Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I hope everyone's doing well. In today's video, I want to put the spotlight on two new fragrances that I added to my collection. I found them on a secondhand website for a very good price, so I couldn't resist myself. I had to get them. So let's talk about them, let's chit chat about life. This is not going to be a very serious video because I'm not feeling really well. I'm still feeling a bit under the weather, still recovering from a cold and a sore throat, so please excuse my voice sounding the way it sounds. So the first one is Poem by Lancome, and I got this from a private seller on a secondhand website. I just dropped the cap. And it smells absolutely divine. I would not pay retail for this, and word has it it's getting discontinued. Don't quote me on that, but if you can find this for a good price, snatch it. This is your typical 90s floral. It's absolutely gorgeous. White floral, yellow floral. It smells like golden sunshine, ripe autumnal fruits, musk, sweet nectarous flowers. It's divine. And I'm so happy I got a 100ml. This will last me for years. This is one of the finest old school florals. It's got just the right amount of greenness, soapiness, muskiness. The florals are powdery, sweet, full of nectar. So envision a field of narcissus, a couple of tuberose bushes at the edge, and a forest of mimosa trees in full bloom, and their pollen literally radiates through the air, and it fills it with the scent of mimosa. And everything is veiled in golden sunshine, and I'm not exaggerating. That's exactly what this fragrance smells like to me. And once you get to the dry down, the vanilla becomes more prominent, and you also get a very soft woody note, which grounds this fragrance. And speaking of grounding, this is a fragrance that helps me daydream, but it also grounds me at the same time. The perfect combination. It's really nostalgic. I used to wear this when I lived in the UK, and it takes me right back. I'm so grateful that I found this bottle for such a good price. I only paid about €50. And it retails for about 150, I believe. And it's getting very, very hard to find. So that's Poem by Lancome. I might talk about this one in a separate review, in a full review. So if you wish to see that, please let me know in the comments. But I'll definitely talk about it more in the spring, which will be in about 3 months. The next one is another legendary fragrance. I've always dreamed of owning this. And I wanted this particular version. I don't want a new one. And of course, it's none other than Cristal de Chanel, eau de parfum. Not the eau de toilette, which is the original from the 70s. This one is the eau de parfum from the 90s. So this is a proper chypre, but it's not that bitter old school chypre. No, this is floral, slightly fruity, and definitely extremely elegant. It evokes the pureness and brilliance of a crystal. Yes, it does. And when I wore this, I could smell it on myself the entire day. It's a very simplistic fragrance. It hasn't got too many notes, but it still smells very deep, rich, and elegant, but also clean and sophisticated. It opens citrusy, then you get the melon, the peach, the jasmine, the ylang ylang, and obviously the base of oak moss and vetiver, which make this fragrance sort of earthy, woody, mossy, but there's definitely a floral element to this scent, which prevents it from becoming one of those bitter old school chypres. This is a chypre done to perfection. This is as close to perfection as a chypre can get for me. Absolutely divine. I also wanted to address a very pressing issue here on YouTube. Everyone seems to be talking about Vlogmas, and people are doing these videos every single day, pushing products, doing videos about website collabs, sales, nothing but discount codes, PR, sponsored content, cheap jewelry, and it's just so off-putting. I've stopped watching 90% of fragrance channels. Even the few genuine ones now push PR and do entire videos dedicated to some brand you've never heard of. It's probably no good. They're just filming a video because it was gifted to them and they're greedy and they want more, more, more. It's never enough. You know, with greedy people, it's never enough. They always want more, and their collections are in the thousands already, and they still hoard, they still get new stuff for free, obviously, and then they sell it to you, they lie to you, sell it to you, and I really don't want to participate in that. 2 people have asked me why I'm not doing Vlogmas. I don't have time for that. It's not my vibe. I'm all about mindful consumption. For example, I bought these 2 scents second-hand. I gave them a new life. The damage is already done, the glass was already blown, the fragrance produced, so I basically just continue using what someone else didn't want. And I got them for a very good price. I won't say no to that. I don't always condone buying secondhand in special cases like very old vintages that can go off and things that really go off and become toxic. That's a different story. Look, I still buy plastic, I still buy new things, but I really think that buying secondhand, if you can, whenever you can, does make a small difference. It does. Even if you do it for yourself, then you do yourself a favour. Even if you don't want to, save the environment. I'm not an idealist, I'm keeping it very real here. So I did this for myself, and I admit it, guilty as charged. So does that make me a hypocrite? Maybe, but aren't we all hypocrites in 2025? All jokes aside, thank you very much for watching. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments. Bye.